What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back. And I do appreciate the support. Guys, this channel is not this channel without a story out of Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out Memphis. And this was one of the stories I forgot to get going for you guys before I left for Vegas, but we on it now, and it goes along the lines of what I talk about with the justice system, how they keep letting these violent, insane criminals walk amongst us after doing some of the craziest stuff that would lock them up for a long time. But for some odd reason, with all these different guidelines and stuff they set up, make their job easier and the job of survival harder for normal citizens out here just going to and fro about their daily routines. It's head scratching. I want to show you a story about a woman, this woman up here, who had a experience where it was almost her survival at stake, where she had to fight. And this woman that you see up here, she was dragged by a U-Haul truck after a guy was recorded by her stealing TVs. This guy right here, whose name is Montario Beasley. He's 31 years old, with an extensive violent criminal past. And this guy was featured on the Mid-South Most Wanted show that they have out there, and now he's finally behind bars. I want you to take a look at this story, what this lady talks about, and then we'll come back with commentary. This is truly stupid.
Little son. And I was like, if I could just stay on my feet long enough to break free.
That Fraser woman recalling the moment she says a man dragged her, I should say, using a U-Haul. Fox 13 was the first to tell her today that a recently included the Mid-South's Most Wanted list is now in custody for the crime. But the question that mother has is how long Montario Beasley will remain behind bars. Fox 13's Daniel Wilkerson spent the day digging through his lengthy criminal record.
You just relive it, you see it.
Esther Moore says the moment it happened, she could only think of one thing.
I have an 8-year-old son. And I was like, if I could just stay on my feet.
Memphis police say Monday they arrested 31-year-old Montario Beasley after he missed a court date. Fox13Memphis.com recently featured Beasley in the Mid-South's Most Wanted. Among the warrants he was wanted for, the April 10th incident with Moore. That's when she says she used her phone to record after she saw Beasley throwing TVs and boxes of TVs out of a U-Haul backed into a vacant home.
He saw me from the truck standing in the back of the yard, and he jumped out. I tried to run across the yard.
Okay.
But I wasn't quick enough. And he caught me and grabbed me. And snatched the phone.
Police would later confirm he began to erase the footage. Moore says he then held the phone out of the truck's window. She went over to him thinking he was handing back her phone.
I went to grab my phone, and he grabbed me.
Mm-hmm.
And from here, he drove across the parking lot.
She says as he dragged her to a church parking lot, she tripped.
And I landed on the asphalt of the church parking lot.
Oh my goodness. Police say 5 days after that, Beasley pulled a knife on his boyfriend and cut him. Fox 13 News did some digging and in Shelby County alone found a lengthy criminal record for Beasley that goes back years. It includes drug, theft, burglary, and domestic violence charges. Thinking of what your son could have lost, what your family could have lost, if you had to say one thing to him, what would it be, you think?
Exactly what I've been doing for him the whole time. Honestly, I've just been praying for that man. All I can do is have faith that they will finally keep him locked up.
It's safe to say, ladies and gentlemen, if you think the justice system is for you, for your rights and all this other stuff, you are sadly mistaken. And that's proof of it right there. That woman's walking with a cane now after getting drugged by a U-Haul truck because she recorded a guy stealing TVs. And he saw her. Ran up on her, grabbed the phone, took the footage. She tried to grab the phone. He jumped in the truck, dragged the woman across the damn street, almost crippling her. And he had crimes where his ass should have been shown the dirt a long time ago, or the flowers per se, and not just locked up. That's the thing that's crazy. They keep locking these people up that don't learn and get more and more emboldened because they're not scared of the justice system. This whole big thing called the justice, ain't nobody scared of that shit no more. You see it with all of these reported reoccurring crimes by the same people. They don't care. And they'll tell you, this is the part that's crazy. They tell you, see something, say something. Well, she did, and look what happened. Now she's locked up. They're locked up when this guy shouldn't have been out in the first place. Domestic violence, drugs, weird shit, thefts, stupid stuff, and he's still out. What good is the justice system where people don't learn from it? And they keep getting them slaps on the wrist and all this other stuff. I want you to think about that. Nobody cares for you. They don't. They don't care for none of us. Those are out here doing the right thing. They just do something, they say they did something. And honestly, when you're calling these people to come get these people and they pat you in the back and say, yeah, you did a good thing. Yeah, for them, not for you. Because on average, to lock somebody up for a year in jail, of course, you ever notice people get caught and it might take 2 or 3 years to jail for them to go to court. You go to jail, they feed you less than nothing. So to take care of you, it doesn't cost that much. And you're in a room all day where the electricity is paid for by somebody else. And these people are being fed 3 square meals a day. Then family members support them being locked up and pay overpriced money for commissary items that are pennies on the dollar out in the street. And they mark that up. And these inmates go in there. They got family that support them and continue to push money into the justice system. And the justice system gets bigger and all of this stuff while the rest of us suffer for it. Jail is one of the biggest playouts. An inmate, what was it? When I was in 2000, you get paid. In the year 2000, when I was locked up, the state of Jersey was getting $50,000 for every inmate locked up a year. $50,000. So basically, if you break that down, and the average jail sentence for people that just got caught up in misdemeanor and stupid crimes were like 3 months. So you take $5,000 and you divide it by when you take a quarter of that, they get like $1,000-something. Plus, just to hold you in jail before they let people go on ORs and other things like that. But a lot of times these guys locked up. So if you're locked up for 3 years fighting a trial, fighting a case and waiting for them to take you to trial and you're sitting there, it's no rush for them to do nothing. Why? Because you're getting paid $50,000 a year for your dumb ass to sit in there. They're benefiting. You're not. And the person you victimize gets a little bit of peace when you're gone and they let you back out. And the cycle, it repeats itself. County jail and justice system is a cash cow for those that are in control of it. I want you to think about that. That's why I say when you go to jail, that's the biggest thing you can do. Worst thing you can do to play yourself out. That's the biggest play out in American history. Getting incarcerated. These motherfuckers out here in the street hypnotized thinking they run shit and doing all this other stuff. All you doing is making the people that some people claim are oppressors richer, while making yourself dumber with the stupid stuff. That's why I say the rich get richer, meaning those that are in the prison system and those that condition you to, we're doing something about it, and the dumb get dumber. Us as people thinking, hey, they're doing the right thing and they're going to get justice and all this stuff. It never comes. It never comes. There are people that benefit from a lot of things in America that a lot of people don't know. People are making green. Those people that talk about racism and all this stuff and keep pushing that narrative, they're making money from that. They wouldn't do it if they wouldn't. People do not do anything unless there's something in it for them. And a lot of times nowadays, because money's everything, it's monetary gain on everything. People that keep these people locked up in county jail without giving real trials and all this other stuff. I'm going to tell you something. If your ass is locked up for 3 years and you got somebody working on your case and everybody else's case, how much time do you think they're really putting on you? That's why they got these guidelines and different protocols to categorize the crime that you did to somebody, no matter how vicious it is or the reasoning behind it. And the people never get real justice. This whole thing is a cash cow. The justice system is bullshit and it needs to be revamped. He dragged a woman across a goddamn thing while she was trying to get her phone back from him after he erased the footage. There are people out here that are maniacal terrorists and they commit terrorist acts on the American people. And if I was in power, I'd put a stop to that shit. I'd make a motherfucker think twice before they put a candy wrapper on the ground. Motherfuckers ain't scared. The justice system hasn't changed, but the mindset of criminals has. There are people that navigate themselves around the prison system. There are people that get locked up and already know the amount of time they're going to get because they've been locked up in the prison system so much more than the people they give them the time. And just knowing that, it's a fucking problem. Told you, every time these people do violent crimes, somebody's getting paid for that. And you get these politicians that run around here and want to shake hands, vote for me, I'm tough on crime, but ain't shit changing. Shut your fucking ass up. That's the problem I got out here. Everybody wants to take advantage of somebody else and don't want to do nothing about it. This is why I do this channel. This is why I talk the way I talk. Because you need to rip the Band-Aid off. It's fucked up all over on both sides of the fence. Those that do stupid ass crimes to get them sent there, and those that are in there supposed to take care of these criminals and bring justice to the family, real justice that they never get, but they make money off of it. What you think? What you think? Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's a lot of shit out here that's being pumped in your fucking heads and it's getting beat in your head like a bad song on the radio that you start to tap your feet and snap your fingers because of the repetitive play. You know what I'm saying? And people start believing, hey, maybe it is a good song, or maybe this is how it is. Fuck that. Something really need to be done. Both changes inside the justice system and out here in society where people are seeking justice and never get it. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.